Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mayur Barodia, Company Secretary and Head Legal. With the permission of dear member, it is 1 p.m. and time to start the 37th Annual General Meeting of the company. With the permission of the Chairman of the meeting, Mr. Achal Bakari, let me introduce our directors and key managerial personnel who are present in this meeting. Mr. Achal Bakari, Chairman and Managing Director. Mr. Rupesh Shah, Managing Director, Corporate Affairs. Mr. Amit Kumar, Executive Director and Group CEO. Ms. Jonaki Bakeri, Non-Executive, Non-Independent Director. Mr. Naisat Parikh, Independent Director, also Chairman of Audit Committee, Stakeholders Relationship Committee and CSR Committee of the company. Mr. Ashish Deshpande, Independent Director. Ms. Reena Bhagwati, Independent Director, Chairperson of Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mr. Santosh Nima, Independent Director. Ms. Malvika Harita, Designated Independent Director. Mr. Girish Thakur, Chief Financial Officer. Mr. Mittal Shah, Senior GM Finance and Accounts. Mr. Kartikeya Rawal, Partner of Deloitte Haskins and Sells, Statutory Auditor of the company. Mr. Mukesh Shah and Mr. Harsh Kejriwal, Partner and Mr. Ashish Doshi, Partner of Sponge and Associates, Secretarial Auditor of the company, have joined this meeting. Now, I hand over the proceedings of the meeting to the chairman. Over to Achal sir.
I, on behalf of the Board of Directors, welcome you to this 37th Annual General Meeting being held through video conferencing and other audio-visual mode. The requisite quorum being present, I call the meeting in order. Statutory registers and other documents referred in the notice of Annual General Meeting are available for inspection. Now, I request the Company Secretary to inform the members about the proceedings of this meeting, question answer session, and e-voting.
Thank you, Achal sir. First, let me announce important points related to this virtual AGM. Members, please note that the meeting is being conducted through video conferencing, other audio-visual mode facility in accordance with the circular guidelines issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI from time to time. Members who are attending this meeting through video conferencing will be counted at present for the purpose of quorum. All the members attending this meeting are put on mute mode by default by the moderator. During the question and answer session, shareholders who have already registered themselves as speakers shall be unmuted by the moderator when instructed. Members who were not able to register themselves as speakers, shareholders may ask the questions through a separate window provided on NSDL e-voting website. Members may also send their queries to the company secretary and the same will be responded appropriately. During the meeting, if a member faces any technical issues, please call the helpline number of NSDL given in the notice of the AGM. Now, let me announce important points related to voting on AGM resolutions. As per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations, it is mandatory to provide remote e-voting facilities to the shareholders for all the resolutions placed before the annual general meeting. Accordingly, the company had provided remote e-voting facilities to all the shareholders holding shares as on cut-off date that was July 30, 2024 to cast their vote electronically. The remote e-voting was kept open for 4 days from August 2, 2024 to August 5, 2024. Members who had not cast their vote during remote e-voting period may cast their vote during the AGM by exercising their voting rights, which will be made available to them post conclusion of proceedings of this AGM, and e-voting facility will remain open for 15 minutes. Your company has appointed Sponge and Associates Practicing Company Secretary as the scrutinizer for the purpose of scrutinizing the voting process. Now, I request Mr. Achal Bakeri, Chairman and Managing Director, to address the shareholders and share his views. Over to Achal sir.
Esteemed shareholders, a very good afternoon to everybody and a warm welcome again to the 37th Annual General Meeting of Symphony Limited. I am honored to welcome you all and appreciate you taking the time to be here today. I'll provide a brief overview of our performance over the past financial year and outline our future direction, as the key points have already been detailed in my statement included in the annual report. Following that, the Managing Director Corporate Affairs, Mr. Nupesh Shah, will explain the financial performance of the company. Let me start with Symphony's journey in the recent past. When we set out on our mission a few years ago to create a world where everyone enjoys a comfortable 27 degrees Celsius, we were driven by ambition fueled by our position as the global leader in air coolers. Our goal was nothing short of universal cooling delivered swiftly and efficiently, which, in other words, is democratizing comfort. Reality, however, presented us with a series of unprecedented challenges. The pandemic, global lockdowns, supply chain disruptions, soaring commodity prices, geopolitical tensions, climate change, inflation, and logistical nightmares tested our resilience. Yet, through it all, we remained steadfast in our commitment. We transformed these challenges into opportunities, reimagining our operations and strengthening our global footprint. We focused on three core priorities: strategic agility, integrated solutions, and long-term sustainability. Our efforts have paid off. We have successfully reduced costs, optimized our supply chain, and refined our product mix. Today, Symphony stands tall as the undisputed leader in the air cooler industry worldwide. Our journey into international markets was met with skepticism, but we were confident in our product, our expertise honed by the challenging Indian market, and our asset-light business model. We saw an opportunity to de-risk our business, expand our knowledge base, and tap into new growth markets. Building a global presence has been a complex endeavor. It required a deep understanding of diverse cultures, markets, and regulatory environments. We have faced setbacks, but we have also experienced success. Our subsidiaries in Mexico, China, and Brazil have shown robust growth and profitability. Following the acquisition of Climate Technologies in Australia, a strategic vision was to execute a comprehensive transformation of the company. However, the onset of COVID-19 pandemic, coupled with its subsequent economic repercussions and escalating geopolitical tensions, necessitated a strategic pause. Despite these headwinds, we remain focused on our commitment to the company's potential. By meticulously executing our transformation plans, we are now pleased to report that the positive outcomes of these efforts are evident in the company's recent financial performance. These are not isolated wins, but the result of a strategic long-term vision. We have created a global network where knowledge and resources flow seamlessly. India remains our core market. Despite challenges, we have strengthened our distribution network, expanded our product range, diversified into adjacencies, and reinforced our brand leadership. Our commitment to shareholders is unwavering. Consistent dividend payout and a focus on long-term value creation are at the heart of our strategy. The future is bright. The air cooling market is vast and growing, with climate change providing tailwinds. We are at the forefront of this growth with a strong product portfolio, a global footprint, and a proven track record. We see a world where every home and business have access to affordable, efficient cooling. Our journey is far from over, and we are confident in our ability to capture this immense potential. Thank you for your continued support.
Thank you, Achal sir. Now I request Mr. Nupesh Shah, Managing Director, Corporate Affairs, to make a corporate presentation to the members.
Good afternoon, esteemed shareholders, directors, auditors, and colleagues. Yeah. So customary safe harbor statement is applicable. As all of you know, cumulatively in the country and globally, Symphony and its subsidiaries put together have sold more than 25 million air coolers worldwide, at least 4 times more than the nearest peer. So coming to financial year 23-24, brief financials, the revenue from operations stood at 1156 crore, that is down by about 3%. However, EBITDA margin percentage was up by 24% and stood at 170 crore, and PAT was up by 28%, 148 crore, mainly on account of positive tailwinds in subsidiary companies. In line with our continued asset-light, capital-light business model, our capital employed reduced from 481 to 302 crore in core business, translating into return on capital employed in core business 50% versus 62%, and return on net worth stands at about 18% for trailing 12 months. About Symphony India, the turnover was down from 885 crore to 796 crore. However, there has been improvement in gross profit margin percentage in excess of 100 bps, and EBITDA margin percentage also saw some improvement, resulting into PAT of 153 crore versus 165 crore year before. About subsidiaries put together, that is consolidated minus standalone India, the turnover stood at 360 crore versus 303, that is showing increase of 19%, and EBITDA was at 10 crore versus negative 39 crore, that is a swing of about 49 crore, and at a console subsidiary level, the negative PAT, that is losses, were down from 49 crore to negative 5 crore, mainly on account of climate technology headwinds. Coming to specific performance highlights, in March 24 quarter, despite very strong base effect of March 23, it recorded highest ever domestic sales, fueled by strong summer and abnormal temperature. EBITDA margin improved YOY on account of various strategies as articulated and conveyed earlier, including value engineering, tactical pricing, and also softening of input cost help. LSV is witnessing, of course, still on a small base, robust performance as well as growth. And coming to FY 23-24, total payout has been about 90 crore, that is 61% of the consolidated PAT, in line with stated payout policy of at least 60%, which includes final dividend of ₹8 per share, subject to approval by shareholders in this EGM, and in addition to interim dividend of ₹5 per share, that is in all 13 rupees per share during the year on a face value of ₹2. Coming to subsidiary company-wise performance, IMCO Mexico, it has consistently done well and again registered highest ever annual revenue, There was a strong summer and robust air cooler as well as heater sales. About Climate Technology Australia, demand headwind persists, also mainly on account of macro factors and local economic situation. However, cost rationalization is driving improvement in EBITDA margin percentage, especially starting from December 23 quarter. EBITDA losses have narrowed during the period despite lower sale. Coming to Symphony Brazil, wherein we forayed just about 2 years before, but it has registered a strong presence, excellent revenue, and we expect huge potential down the line. And we are in the process of further expanding network distribution. About GSK China, steady performance continues. It is to be noted that almost for last 2 years, no further financial assistance has been required. It is self-sufficient and in a small way, it is also cash positive. By the way, during the period, it also registered highest ever EBITDA of about 5 crore versus continuous losses quarters after quarters and for years until 1.5 years before. Coming to June 24 quarter, so very happy to share with you. Just today morning, we had a board meeting to take into account June quarter performance and on a console basis for respective subsidiary as well as for Symphony India, it has been very strong performance and has registered the highest ever quarterly sales as well as profitability. During the quarter on a console basis, turnover stood at 531 crore, up by 76% YOY. And for the first time, Symphony registered turnover in excess of 500 crore during any of the quarter, while profit after tax stood at 88 crore YOY, up by 270% and percentage wise 17%. Again, this is the highest ever PAT by a wide margin vis-a-vis any historical quarter. Coming to standalone Symphony India financials, the top line stood at 373 crore versus 172 crore in June 23, showing triple digit growth. And just to remind, this is in addition to Symphony substantially sales during pre-season. So this was the lifting in addition to pre-season lifting by the trade. And this resulted into EBITDA margin percentage during June quarter 22%, which for any of the June quarter is the highest ever, and it stood at 82 crore, leading to PAT of 69 crore. Again, for any of June quarter by a wide margin, this is the highest ever PAT. Coming to subsidiaries performance, that is console minus Symphony India. Apart from Symphony standalone, it's very heartening to know that subsidiaries in totality have also performed much better, and turnover rose by 22% during June quarter and stands at 158 crore. EBITDA 29 crore, that is 18.7%, and PAT of 20 crore versus 9 crore during June 23. So coming to some of the performance highlights of June quarter, being the latest quarter as well as the summer just concluded, the strong June 24 performance is of course driven by heat wave, but several other factors have contributed, and that is on account of strong penetration in semi-urban and rural markets, most befitting and the widest product portfolio and range for the country, D2C, on which we were working for years, has been a growth driver. It has reached at a critical level, and that too, in our case, it is 100% prepaid, and adjacent product categories have taken off well. But all these and many more measures is not just because of this June quarter, but variety of the strategies and initiatives which during COVID period and post-COVID over last 4 years were thought of and were really waiting for a right moment, and the summer 24 actually provided that. The record-breaking quarterly performance, as I mentioned earlier, it includes residential air coolers, LSV sales, and across the sales channel category. During June quarter, there has been a decent improvement in EBITDA margin on account of number one, gross margin improvement. There has been a substantial positive operating leverage because beyond a point, most of the fixed overheads remain fixed, and due to huge jump in sales that has helped in improving the profitability, D2C vertical has now registered the EBITDA margin in line with general trade, which is very heartening, and there is a huge headroom to further improve, and strong performance of IMCO Mexico and GSK China, particularly during this quarter. Also wish to share with you some of the major parameters about the brand performance, how brand is perceived by the consumers and by the trade. So Symphony share in Google search of air cooler is in excess of 60%. That is vis-a-vis all air cooler search. Just Symphony contributes or share is in excess of 60%. YouTube and TT channel put together during June 24 quarter alone, the number of impressions have been more than 540 million. That is equal to 10 largest states population of the country, while actual views are in excess of 130 million plus. I think some of these figures are very heartening, not only for us, but any consumer facing company. And visitors on our D2C website during the last 12 months have been in excess of 40 lakhs, that is 4 million plus. Again, all this data can be independently verified from respective search engine or site. And during the quarter, we ran one of the most successful and industry's biggest and impactful out of home campaign. Also on a trial basis, which succeeded very well, we launched Symphony air coolers on Blinkit, which was a very novel idea, whereby consumers used to get air cooler in 10 minutes. Of course, this was launched on a trial basis just in 3 cities. But these and many other points prove about the thought leadership and also on account of continued focus. About overseas subsidiaries during the quarter, as I mentioned earlier, highest ever quarterly revenue for overseas subsidiaries put together, highest ever June quarter EBITDA as well as PAT. Coming to subsidiary specific performance during June quarter, IMCO Mexico registered 46% YOY growth on top of high base of June 23, in which it had grown by 38%, while PAT grew by 77% versus 52% PAT growth in IMCO Mexico in June 23. Again, IMCO Mexico also registered highest ever quarterly revenue, EBITDA and PAT. Coming to Climate Technology Australia, demand headwind very well persists. Business transformation is progressing as planned and shared earlier. GSK China, there has been a strong positive top line and bottom line performance, again on account of series of initiatives which were undertaken in last 3 years, including rationalization of overheads, reducing cost of doing the business, and also happy to share that out of total 59 crore of loan granted by Symphony, so far GSK starting June quarter has repaid 7 crore of loan, and there is a further clear visibility of additional repayment down the line. Coming to outlook, not only in the country but globally, there has been year after year intensified heat wave on account of climate change. Currently, there is a below normal trade inventory in India, Mexico, as well as Brazil. There have been path-breaking and industry-leading innovative products which we have launched, and my colleague Amit Kumar will share with you further new launches. Increasing focus on sustainable and eco-friendly products. We do have, whether in the country or for overseas markets, geography specific, including rural as well as semi-urban, as well as befitting to respective channel the suitable models. In Mexico, in IMCO Mexico, we are launching washing machines, and there has been continuous thrust for last 5 years on semi-urban and rural markets, which has started paying off handsomely, and we are quite optimistic. We have forayed since last 2 years in adjacent product category, and that has received overwhelming response. Our overseas presence is also helping us hugely. One, what can be seen financially, and secondly, qualitatively, in the respect of complementary research and development, complementary cross sales and marketing, as well as combining the strengths of respective subsidiary. And we are now in a position to fully explore them. And GSK China is also going to be partly henceforth a hub for climate technology as well as IMCO Mexico. And for climate technology, somewhat manufacturing will be outsourced to India also. As shared earlier, for climate technology, phase 2 transformation is going on, and we expect it to conclude by September, starting December 24 quarter. Further result of phase 2 transformation will be witnessed. About shareholders payout. So there is a stated payout policy of at least 60% of PAT, and during financial year 24, total payout has been about 90 crore, that is 61% of PAT. Just today, in the board of directors have approved total payout, including taxation, about 96.5 crore for quarter ended 30th June in two part, buyback of shares up to 10% of the net worth amounting to 71.40 crore at a price of rupees 2500 per share. You may recollect that sometime in May 23, we had done first buyback at 2000 rupees and now this buyback at 2500 rupees. Along with that, first interim dividend at 50% of the face value, that is 1 rupee on a face value of rupees 2 has been also announced. So all put together, 96.5 crore is the payout, which is about 109% of the June quarter profit. So as you may be well aware, we follow very strong culture of governance much beyond compliance, and we believe that governance and compliance are not just for ethical purpose, but ultimately it helps in a big way, even commercially, for the benefit of all. We have independent and diverse board, and now one third of our directors are women directors. Our directors have wide and rich experience of varied field, including sales, marketing, accountancy and financial, industry background, etc. We have done substantial work on ESG, including huge documentation in 23-24, and now we have very robust ESG governance framework in place, which I am sure external agencies will view and rate it quite favorably. And our product per se itself is quite environment friendly. And finally, about shareholding pattern. So we do have healthy mix of shareholding, including domestic institutional investors, top foreign portfolio investors, and almost 60% of our floating stock is owned by institutional investors. In all, 90 plus institutional investors. So with this, I hand over to Amit Kumar.
Thank you, Rupesh bhai. As we talked about, there's a substantial tailwind that we have into the air cooling category, and we as the market leaders in India and as a world leader in the air cooling industry, continuously focus on bringing in new products and new formats to the market. In line with that effort, I am happy to share some of the products that we plan to bring to the market in the coming financial year. First of all, to share with you, we were the first to introduce the BLDC technology into air coolers, and we launched these products over the last 2 financial years. In 2022, we launched the BLDC range of air coolers, followed by the BLDC range of tower fans. So we have been at the forefront of introducing BLDC technology into the market. Then we introduced the MovieCool range, which is the large format air coolers fit for large spaces as well as mid-sized commercial applications. That's a market that has built over the last few years. This was followed by the first double-decker air coolers that we introduced. So the Sumo double-decker range is a very widely expected and widely anticipated and respected product in India and in the global markets. It's a model that we we sell in good numbers in the domestic market as well as some of the global markets. Moving on to start working on cooling products beyond the season, we introduced the surround tower fan range a few years back, and we have expanded this range over the last 2 years to include different versions, including the most recent BLDC version of the tower fans. So that's something that helps us sell the product and expand the offerings that we have to a full year offering range. And this is further complemented by the first kitchen cooling fan range anywhere in the world. So Duet is the fan focused on providing cooling and comfort in the kitchen. So this is a product we introduced in the last financial year. And this is something that we plan to build going forward as a non-seasonal full year product category across the country and across the globe. Moving on, we have the Duet Mini and Buddy as the smallest and youngest members in our portfolio. These are portable, small size coolers. They operate on USB. You can practically run them using the power from your mobile phone. So that's the kind of portability and personal cooling level that we have brought to the market with Duet Mini and the Buddy range. And this is also a product that we have launched not only in the India market, but we are also exporting it to some of our subsidiary markets in Australia, in the US, and so on. So these are the products that I talked about that we have launched and we have introduced successfully in the market over the last few years. Moving on, I am happy to share some of the products that we plan to introduce into the market in the coming year. So starting with the range of coolers that we are bringing for this season, for the season of summer 2025. Overall, 17 new SKUs spread across 6 product ranges, out of which 4 are completely new formats and ranges that we are introducing, and 2 products are extensions of our existing ranges. I'll start with the Air Force, which is one of the additions to our large size desert cooler ranges. It comes in 100, 120 and 160 liter sizes and will be suitable for large space applications and small and mid-sized commercial space applications. It comes with very high airflow and very good cooling performance owing to the new technology of and new approach of the design and the pads that we have introduced into the product. Moving on, we have Silenzo, which comes at the other end of the performance spectrum. And by that, I mean, this is one quite silent range of coolers that we are introducing into the market. This is a product which in terms of sound performance is about 10 decibels lower than the traditional typical desert coolers that we have in our product range. This is targeted at consumers who value good quality cooling and are willing to pay a premium for low levels of noise. So this is targeted at premium luxury segment of cooling, sustainable, environment-friendly cooling for the urban and environmentally conscious consumer. So this is a product that will come in 3 variants. Maxwind is a product aimed at consumers looking for high airflow. So this product again comes into 4 variants, and it will have it will be led by an exhaust fan oriented design, provide very high airflow in a compact space. We also have Arctic Circle, which follows in the footsteps of our successful Sumo 75, Sumo 115 range. So it uses the wide front, low depth format that we introduced successfully a couple of years back. It takes that tradition further forward. It is also coming with a further modification enhancement to our iPure technology. So it comes with iPure Plus, providing further good quality air with very efficient and strong cooling performance. Jumbo 200 is our addition to the Jumbo family, which has been one of our workhorses over the years. So this is the biggest product in the Jumbo family, focused at delivering full night, full day comfort with very good airflow to consumers, especially in the hinterland where the heat levels are consistently high. So this caters to a category typically of the tier 3, tier 4 and rural segments where the requirement is of very high air with long water sustenance capacity. And Sumo 60 is our next generation product coming from the Sumo Junior family. It's a window cooler with completely new design and taking forward from the performance that Sumo 75 family delivers in the desert cooler range. So that covers our air coolers. Now I'm introducing our foray into the water heater categories, and this is something that we are introducing as an innovative range of water heaters. So we are coming with 3 different ranges named as Soul, Spa, and Sauna. The torch bearer, the flag bearer product in this entire range is Symphony Spa, which comes with the completely unique trademark PuroCod technology, which is a replaceable cartridge that helps soften the water and changes the water quality coming out of the water heater from regular water to luxury refined water using 9-layer filtration system. So this is the PuroCod is an accessory that we are introducing across the entire range, across all the 9 SKUs that we are introducing into the water heaters. Next, in the Spa range, we are also adding the smart AI-enabled controller, which acts as the controller for the Spa water heaters. It is basically a smart device that helps you control the water heater from the comfort of your shower panel without the need to touch any of the switches to reach out to the water heater for the controls. You can set the timer, the temperature. It has notifications for change of cartridge, for for child safety features. It has a smart hand sensor. So this is again an enabler that enhances the experience of bathing using the Symphony water heaters into a luxury bathing concept. So with these products, we plan to completely change the entire bathing experience of the consumers in the domestic market. And in the coming season, in the coming winter season, these products will be rolled out in select channels and regions across the country as we go forward. So as I mentioned, Spa, Soul, and Sauna are the 3 products. Moving on, I also want to mention that we have the largest product range as far as the industrial and commercial air coolers go. So we have 15 plus variants and models of commercial industrial air coolers that we install across large spaces. And that is why we call these the large space venti-cooling solutions. I'm happy to share with you that these products are installed in India and across the globe with a lot of global marquee names, clients such as Walmart, ABB, Coca-Cola, and so on in the global markets to Parle, Bisleri, Maruti, and Hero in the domestic markets. So this is a portfolio that we are building, and this is something that gives us a clear growth runway in addition to the household air cooling products that we have. Moving on to just share a few of our product ranges from the international markets. In addition to the air coolers that we have and now water heaters in the domestic markets, we also do portable air conditioners and air conditioners in Australia. And we have a strong presence in the Australian market in the heating segment, wherein we have electric panel heaters, convector heaters, and our most recent launch, which is the electric fireplace. In the Mexico market, the product range is much more diverse, which also includes electric and tower fans, and also the washing machines, which we introduced this year, wherein the washing machines, the product design, the molds, they are owned by Symphony, and they are manufactured in the Mexico market using our OEM model to deliver in that market. In our China subsidiary, we focus mostly on industrial air coolers, and in addition to the industrial and commercial air coolers, we also have HVLS fans. Brazil is a subsidiary which we have been focusing on over the last couple of years, and we do the entire range of residential and commercial air coolers there, and in addition to that, the industrial air coolers. That covers the entire scope of products across the India business and the subsidiaries that we offer in the market, and we are continuously enhancing over the years to give a range of cooling and weather solutions to the consumers. Moving forward, as we mentioned earlier, ESG is a way of life for us. It's not something that we do as an afterthought, but it's something that we build completely into our business model and in our products. I'm happy to share with you that we are a climate positive company. We have a negative carbon footprint on the scope 1 measure of carbon footprint, and this is a status that we have maintained over the last couple of years. We have sold upwards of 25 million coolers across the global market, and we are through this basis, the calculations we have done in partnership with our ESG service providers, our estimate is that we have saved upwards of 136 million tons of CO2 equivalent throughout our journey so far, which is equivalent of close to 2 billion trees being planted till date. Our CSR goes beyond just financial contributions or writing checks. So we focus across 6 broad areas through our CSR initiatives, which includes healthcare, education, traditional arts, social equity, disaster management, and hunger and poverty alleviation. I'm again happy to share with you that this is the 3rd successive year when we have been classified as a great place to work. And in addition to that, this year we have been identified among the top 100 companies in the manufacturing space in the country for our work practices and our people policies. So we have been rated very high by employees. We have been rated very high by our partners, our vendors, and our channel partners. So that's something that keeps us moving, that keeps us going as far as the entire people and social agenda is concerned. Thank you. Giving it back to me.
Thank you, Amit Kumar. The annual report for the financial year 2023-24 has already been circulated to you. I request the members to allow me to take notice convening this meeting as read. As per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and Secretarial Standard 2, the auditor's reports and secretarial audit report are to be read only when there are qualifications or adverse observations or comments in the report. Since the reports are unqualified, it may be taken as read. I now invite those shareholders who have registered themselves as speakers to ask questions or express their views through video conferencing facility. I request shareholders not to repeat any questions for which a reply has already been given. Now I request Mayur to unmute the speaker shareholders one by one.
Thank you, sir. So our speaker number 1 is Mr. Praful Chawda. He is from Hyderabad and holding 1 shares. Mr. Chawda.
हेलो
Okay.
सर, मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर?
हाँ जी, आ रही है। चावड़ा साहब कहिए।
थैंक यू सर। चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, मेरे साथी शेयरहोल्डर्स, चेयरमैन स्पीच तो छोटा ही था, बाद में जो हमको बताया कि इंडिया में अपना कितना प्रोडक्ट है, क्या प्रोडक्ट है, अगर मैं चेयरमैन को पर्सनली मिलकर पूछूं कि अपना प्रोडक्ट कितना, तो चेयरमैन साहब नहीं बता सकेंगे इसके पास कितने प्रोडक्ट्स है। ढेर सारे प्रोडक्ट्स। अपनी कंपनी कुछ भी करके कंपनी को पैसे कमाना है, शेयर होल्डर को अच्छा रिटर्न देने का एक मकसद से आगे बढ़ रही है। इसके लिए बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर को और कंपनी के एम्प्लॉयज को, कर्मचारी को, इसके डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को, इसके छोटे छोटे जो लोग हैं जो प्रोडक्ट्स बेचते हैं, सबको मैं सैल्यूट करता हूँ कि कंपनी आगे बढ़ा में सब लोग अच्छा सहयोग कर रहे हैं। सर, तो भी चाइना का प्रोडक्ट्स आ रहा है, वो थोड़ा सस्ता मिलता है। ये तो चाइना का प्रोडक्ट है, आज खरीदो कल बंद भी हो सकता है, गारंटी नहीं रहती है। तो अभी चाइना का प्रोडक्ट के साथ अपने कैसा अभी रहेंगे। रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट सेंटर अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, इसमें खासतौर पे डबल डेकर मुझे अच्छा दिखा। एयर इंडिया में भी अपना प्रोडक्ट जा रहा है, वो भी अच्छा दिखा। अपन डबल डेकर का जो एक नया सिस्टम लेके आए और बताए, बहुत अच्छा है। और वॉशिंग मशीन में कुछ डेवलपमेंट आगे कर रहे हैं या स्टार्टिंग में है, कितना साल हुआ इसके बारे में बताएंगे। सर, डुप्लीकेट माल, ये प्रोडक्ट ऐसा है कोई भी घर में कारखाना लगा के बना सकता है, छोटी सी जगह है तो बन जाता है। तो डुप्लीकेट माल पकड़ने के लिए आप क्या कर रहे हैं। और साउथ में आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना या ऐसे एरिया में कोई यूनिट लगा रहे तो अपना प्रोडक्ट साइज बड़ी रहती है, पैसे कम मिलते हैं, तो इसको ट्रांसपोर्टेशन चार्ज का ज़्यादा खर्चा लग जाता है। एक लारी में इतना सामान आएगा, ज़्यादा नहीं आएगा। तो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन चार्ज बचाने के लिए अपने साउथ में कोई यूनिट लगा रहे और कहाँ लगा रहे इसके बारे में बताएंगे। सर, बहरहाल मैं कंपनी के बहुत खुश हूँ, और जो मैं शायद 50 मिनट आपका डेमो देखा, कंपनी के बारे में जानकारी ली है, इससे तो मैं बहुत खुश हूँ। और कंटिन्यू ये सिस्टम चालू रखे ताकि शेयर होल्डर को पता चले कि अपना अपना कौन सा प्रोडक्ट है। तो सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट बहुत अच्छा काम करते हो और इसका पीआरओ वेरी गुड है। धन्यवाद सर।
धन्यवाद चावड़ा साहब।
So speaker number 2 is Mr. Dilip Dugar or Vrinda. Okay. Yeah. So speaker number 3, Mr. Nilesh Shah, he is from Mumbai, holding 1,000 equity shares in the company. Mr. Nilesh Shah, Nilesh bhai.
शेष यहाँ पे। हेलो सर, आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ, आ रही है।
हाँ तो सर, डिबेट के लिए मैंने सर जब शेयर डाले थे तो एंजल ब्रोकिंग के थ्रू सर 2-3 बार रिजेक्ट हो गया सर। उसके बाद सर कुछ क्वेरीज थी तो मैंने डायरेक्ट कंपनी में फोन किया था आपके यहाँ पे अहमदाबाद में। तो सर वहाँ मिस्टर मयूर करके जो मुझे मिले, सर इज द राइट पर्सन। उन्होंने सर मुझे जो गाइड किया और मेरे शेयर्स जो सर अटक गए थे कुछ रीजन से, लेकिन उनका जो राइट डायरेक्शन था सर, मुझे शेयर्स मेरे काफी इजी मेरा हो गया काम। सर सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये थी कि जब एक दिन करीब 5:30 बजे उनका फोन आया कि सर आपके शेयर्स अभी आ गए हमारे पास, खाली कुछ फॉर्मेलिटीज है, आपको बैंक का पासबुक वगैरह भेजना है, डिविडेंड का आपने लिया कैसे किया। सर आप बिलो नहीं करेंगे। 5:30 को मैंने उनको बोला कि सर अभी मैं कल भी, तो बोले नहीं अभी आप भेज दो तो मैं अभी काम कर लूंगा आपका। सर कांट बिलीव 6:30 को उनका फोन आया कि सर आपका पेपर सब मुझे मिल गया है। तो मैंने उनको थैंक्स बोला कि 6:30 बजे कोई काम करता है कोई कंपनी में, आज तक मैंने कभी सर देखा नहीं है। सर फोन उठाने के सर बाजू में बात रहेगी, कभी कोई मैं फोन भी करता है सर, कोई फोन नहीं उठाता है 5 बजे के बाद। तो ये मिस्टर मयूर जो थे उन्होंने मुझे अच्छा सपोर्ट किया, और उसकी वजह से आज मेरे से उन्होंने सर एक चीज और बताई कि सर नीलेश भाई आपने 30 साल जब कंपनी में इतना विश्वास किया है, तो हमारा तो एक फर्ज बनता है कि आपके विश्वास को हम बरकरार करें और फ्यूचर में आपसे हम सपोर्ट के जरिए बने रहे। सर वेरी गुड, धन्यवाद। कंपनी ऐसे ही प्रोग्रेस करे और हम आपके साथ सर जुड़े रहेंगे हमेशा के लिए। थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू नीलेश जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपकी बात सुन के। थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
So
और नीलेश जी, आप
हाँ जी सर।
अकेले फैन, जो हमारे मयूर भाई के बहुत सारे फैन हैं, उनकी एक फैन क्लब बनने वाली है।
सर सही में उन्होंने जो बताया ना सर कि 6:30 बजे सर जो कंपनी का फोन आता है सर, ताजुब होता है कि मुझे बिलीव नहीं होता कि सर ऐसा कोई कंपनी करता है क्या। उन्होंने सर मुझे 6:30 को फोन किया कि नीलेश भाई आप मुझे भेज दो, आपका काम हो जाएगा। सर इससे बड़ी बात क्या हो सकती है सर। सही में रियल इज द राइट पर्सन सर।
But by the way, this is Symphony's ethos and philosophy. So whole
Yes, sir.
company, everybody works like that. It's a good team and good people, and it's a collective work.
कौन है अभी मीटिंग अभी चालू है ना सर तो बेटा बोला कि मेरे पापा 1200 के 1250 भाव था अभी 1500 हो गया मतलब मुझे बेचना नहीं है ये कंपनी अपने साथ में अपन रहेंगे हमेशा के लिए थैंक यू
Thank
सर
you.
थैंक यू सर
Thank you. So next speaker is Mr. Yusuf Rangwala. He is from Mumbai.
हाँ जी यूसुफ जी कहिए.
यस सर गुड आफ्टरनून सर आपका आवाज आ रहा है सर
हाँ जी आ रहा है. हाँ जी आ रहा है कहिए साहब.
वाला बात कर रहा हूँ सर मैं बहुत छोटा शेयर होल्डर हूँ पर आपकी आपकी मोहब्बत जो हमें खींच लेके आती सर मैं भी गुजरात से ही हूँ सर मैं मेहसाना से हूँ सर माय नेटिव प्लेस इज फ्रॉम सिद्धपुर सर इट इज ए वेरी नियर बाय सर आपका प्रोडक्ट सिद्धपुर में और गुजरात में प्रोडक्ट बिकता है सर आप कहाँ भी जाओ तो एनीबडी डीलर्स वॉशिंग आपने बताया वॉशिंग मशीन अपना गीजर अपना कूलर सब अपना ब्रांड है सर आपने बताया ऑस्ट्रेलिया यूके में भी अपना सर मोनोपोली है ये दिखाता है कि अपनी कंपनी कितना अच्छा ग्रोथ है और आपने हमें डिविडेंड भी सर बहुत अच्छा दिया गुड प्रॉफिट सर मुझे और क्या देना सर आपने इतना अच्छा बताया मुझे कोई पूछना नहीं है सर हो सके तो आप मुझे फैक्ट्री विजिट कराना सर अहमदाबाद में बुलाना एक बार अगर पॉसिबिलिटी है तो सर फैक्ट्री विजिट के लिए
हाँ
और
जी
सर मैं
जरूर.
यस सर फैक्ट्री विजिट में जाना चाहता हूँ और चेयरमैन सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ व्हाट इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टाफ कितने हैं सर अपने पास फैक्ट्री में टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैक्ट्री में कितना पब्लिक काम करते हैं उसमें लेडीज कितना है उसमें जेंट्स कितना है सर छोटा सा मेमोरेबल में कुछ भेजना है सर हमें तो हम आपको याद रख सके दिवाली में सर नथिंग मोटिव थैंक यू वेरी मच जय हिंद जय महाराष्ट्र वंदे मातरम फूलों की खुशबू कलियों की बात सर सर और अपना सनफी सर अपने एलजी सैमसंग ब्लू स्टार ये सब कंपनी अपने मेन कॉम्पिटिशन है सर ये बिजनेस में उनका और अपने में क्या कॉम्पिटिशन ब्लू 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 स्टार सैमसंग एलजी एंड वोल्टास ये तीन कंपनी अपना सेम बिजनेस में सर इनसे और अपना क्या हरीफाई होती है सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ व्हाट कंपटीशन फेसिंग विद दिस थ्री ह्यूज कंपनी इन बॉम्बे में सर वोल्टास का नाम है सर वोल्टास का बहुत जगह पे सर अपना अपने खाली गुजरात में है सर अपना मुंबई में कुछ है सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ अपना मुंबई में कहाँ पे आपका कुछ प्रोडक्ट है सर आपका मुंबई में आपका प्रोडक्ट कहाँ मिलता है सर ये खाली इतना मुझे बताना सर थैंक यू वेरी मच खुदा हाफिज सर खुदा हाफिज सर
हाँ जी यूसुफ जी मुंबई में आपको क्रोमा में विजय सेल्स में रिलायंस रिटेल में हर जगह मिलेगा स्नेहांजलि काफी सारी दुकानें हैं जहाँ मुंबई में मिलता है. और आपको ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ कि वोल्टास एयर कंडीशनर्स में बहुत बड़ी कंपनी है मगर कूलर्स में सिम्फनी वोल्टास से कई गुना बड़ी कंपनी है.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me answer, sir. Thank you, sir. Good hafiz. Thank you.
जय हिंद.
Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you. So next caller is Miss Celestine Elizabeth. She is also from Mumbai.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Respected Chairman, Mr. Achal, other members of the board, my dear fellow shareholders, I am Mrs. C. Mascarenas. I am also speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company secretary, Mr. Mayur Parvadia, and his team for sending me an annual report and also registering me as a speaker at my request and giving me this platform, which was quite easy to operate. Thank you so much. And I could interact with you all in the comfort of my home and also hear the presentation, which I was not aware that we are in the other products. From many years, I'm shareholder and I'm always thinking we are the masters in the coolers. But of course we are, but now we have gone into other verticals, which is very good. I'm very happy. Our working is very good. We have got dividend of 13 rupees against an EPS of 22.15, and also in the board meeting now you have declared first interim of rupees 1, that is 1 rupee per share of 2. Another is buyback at rupees 2,500 per share. Now my question is here, now this budget says that buyback what we give becomes a dividend. I don't know that date is given some date. So this will come before that date, which will be taken as earlier how the buyback was taken, where the tax was paid by the company. So I seek some clarification in this matter. Now I congratulate for all the awards and also very good CSR work, which is all in the annual report. I go for my queries now. About first, I come to the environment, ESG. My question is, lots is given on the ESG. My question is, are we rated? Are we rated on any dedicated ESG platform, whether local, domestic, or international? And if so, name the ESG platform and what is our rating score? Next question is, second one, we are world leaders in air coolers. What is our market? We have sold 25 million air coolers throughout the world. What is our market share? Who is the next, second, and third? We are going to now launch washing machines in Mexico. How much is the business we may get for there? Next question is, we have got subsidiaries in Mexico, China, Brazil, and Australia. Mexico is doing very well. Mexico and China, we get good revenues. How much margins we are getting there? My next question, we have R&D. How many staff are in the R&D, and what is the average rate, age, and the attrition level? Sir, do we face any logistic challenges due to the geopolitical issues, and how are we trying to de-risk the same? Our brand Symphony is very strong, and in your presentation, I heard that we have performed very well on the Google and also the YouTube. So your very fact, the brand is so powerful, speaks volumes. Performance is the actual valuation. Last but not the least, any capex, future 5 years, future growth, what we are, whether there will be any capex requirement, if so, and how will you fund it, and which will be now in next 5 years the growth drivers for our company. With this, I support all the resolution. I wish my company all the best. We have a very good team who will always answer our questions whenever we want to know. This is the first, because this is the first time in the virtual I have joined, because I was getting some great information about the company, and today it is buyback has unfolded what I heard. With this, thank you so much. May God bless you with good health, because health is wealth. And with this, thank you very much. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you very much, madam, for your inputs. As far as the buyback is concerned, yes, it will be concluded before the date by which the new budget provisions will be effective. So you will get the same benefit of the buyback as you did earlier. I also request my colleagues Amit Kumar and Rupesh Bhai to answer some of your other questions. Maybe you want to take some of your other questions.
Right, sure. So regarding the point on ESG that you mentioned, ma'am, we do the ESG evaluations internally using a couple of global frameworks, and we are constantly monitoring the performance on those frameworks internally. In addition to that, the scope 1 carbon footprint that we talked about, that's evaluated by an independent third party, and that's an exercise that we do every 2 years. Regarding the market share, it's while we are present in more than 60 countries across the globe, in different markets, the number two, number three players competing with us are different. So it may not be, so there's no single player across these markets that we compete with. In India, for example, some of the names mentioned earlier during the call, like Voltas or Bajaj, they are some of our key competitors. But globally, these are different players in those markets. Also regarding the washing machine, that's something that we are doing right now in Mexico. As of now, we do not plan to take it to any other market. And it's a bit early for us to give projections regarding the specific product. But as we go forward and once the category is established there for us, we'll definitely in the next year's discussion, we'll try and come up with more details. So I hope that covers most of the points that you asked. Thanks again for joining us and asking this question.
Yeah, and regarding some other questions about capex in 5 years. So as conveyed earlier, we are asset light, capital light, working capital light business model. And in June quarter, despite there has been a robust growth YOY, in fact, capital employed is lower than previous year. So that's how it will continue, and hence we will have a negligible capex in next 5 years.
Okay, so next speaker is Mr. Dilip Dugar, yeah, Miss Brinda Dugar. They are from Jaipur. No, Brinda. Otherwise, next is Mr. Gautam Nandi. He is from Kolkata.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, thank you. Very good noon and namaskar. Respected
Namaskar,
Chairman.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, and my online fellow shareholders. Myself, Gautam Nandi from Kolkata, the city of joy. Very old equity shareholder of your company. Sir,
Yes,
firstly,
I
I'd like to thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And firstly, I'd like to give thanks to your secretarial department for sending me annual report along with notice and necessary joining link through email well in advance. I also received the hard copy of your annual report. So especially thanks to our respected company secretary, Mr. Meurji, very sober, well behaved, and a very dynamic person. And his assistant, Jamin Sudashama, and his whole team of your secretarial department for rendering very, very good services to our minority shareholders. So thanks again, sir.
No
Sir.
thanks needed. This is our duty.
No, sir. Really, we are proud of you, sir. Sir, you are organizing your annual general meeting through video conference, and I find it is a grand success like the previous years. Sir, I am very pleased to receive your wonderful annual report, which is very attractive and also very, very informative. Sir, you have provided in details regarding the performance and the accounts part of your company. I am so no question from my side at least. And the chairman sir, you and Mr. Amitji, you have your speech. It is really, really very, very informative, amazing, and very encouraging. Thank you, sir. Sir, I find excellent performance in every segment, even in this challenging year. Sir, now the situation is still very tough after the COVID-19 geopolitical situation, Russia-Ukraine war. ये सबका effect अभी तक सर खत्म नहीं हुआ. In this tough situation, you have paid very good dividend, excellent dividend to our minority shareholders. I am very happy, sir. Your work is excellent. Sir, some questions is there I would like to share. Sir, what is the roadmap for the next 3 to 4 years, especially related to the growth of our company? Sir, in your domestic appliance sector, there is a huge competition. How are you able to manage it, sir? Sir, in the year 2016, you have issued bonus shares to our minority shareholders in the ratio 1:1 basis. That is, 8 years have been elapsed. Sir, my humble request, if the situation permits, please think over the bonus share to be issued to our minority shareholders. Sir, your CSR is excellent, so please keep it up, sir. Sir, what is the direct and indirect impact on our company after the implementation of Union Budget 2024-25? Sir, are you going to acquire any new brand in this year? Sir, please continue this VC meeting as we may able to join from anywhere, sir. So please continue this VC. Sir, I like to know Sir, I like to know what is the position of the total orders in your hand at this right moment. Sir, now the latest technology is AI, artificial.
Got disconnected? Okay. We got disconnected. Sir.
I think Mr. Nandi has got disconnected. Let's move on to the next question. Done? Okay. Chalo. We are now moving resolutions as stated in the notice of the AGM one by one. Ordinary business and ordinary resolutions to consider and adopt the audited standalone financial statements with its annexures. Objective is the statutory requirement under section 129 of the Companies Act 2013. Accounts and approval will be filed with the ROC. The second resolution is to consider and adopt the audited consolidated financial statements with its annexures. This is as per statutory requirement under section 129 of the Companies Act 2013. Accounts and approval will be filed with the ROC. Number 3, confirmation of payment of 3 interim dividends aggregating to ₹5 per share and payment of final dividend of ₹8 per share for the financial year 2023-24. In all, the dividend will amount to ₹89.64 crores. This is as per statutory requirement under the provisions of section 123 and other applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013. Since I am interested in the next agenda item, with the permission of the members present in the meeting, I request Mr. Nupesh Shah to preside the chair for agenda item number 14. Nupesh bhai.
So, this is about the appointment of Junaki Bakeri, who as a director retires by rotation. So as per the statutory requirement under section 152 of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI LODR regulation. Over to Achal bhai.
Thank you, Nupesh bhai. Reappointment of Mr. Santosh Nima as an independent director of the company for a second term of 5 years with effect from July 31, 2024. This is as per the statutory requirement under applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations. Number 6, appointment of Ms. Malvika Harita as an independent woman director of the company for a first term of 5 years with effect from August 6, 2024. This is as per the statutory requirement under the and other applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations. Mayur.
Thank you, Achal sir. So I now request the members to cast your vote electronically on all the agenda items as stated in the notice of 37th AGM. Please note that e-voting facility on the platform of NSDL will remain open for the next 15 minutes. The results of voting, remote e-voting and e-voting done at the AGM along with scrutinizer's report shall be announced within 2 working days at the register office of the company and shall be displayed on the website of the company and stock exchanges. Vote of thanks. As there is no other business to be transacted, the meeting is concluded with a vote of thanks to the chair. I, on behalf of the directors present at the meeting, thank you all the members of the company for remaining present at the meeting. Thank you. Thank you all.